We're not on YouTube yet. I'm waiting.
We're live.
Here we go. Hey guys, welcome to the Coin Corner and my special guest, Robert Larson. Yeah, we are. Joe Durbin was going to be here tonight, but he's fell ill and he's sick and he couldn't make it. But tonight's going to be interesting. It's going to be about the peace dollar, which I happen to find fascinating. I thought I knew something about it until I started researching it.
Hello, Lincoln Central, Scrapping Hoarding, Fire
Troll,
Treasure Troll, Daryl USA.
Fire Occasions here.
Yep. Hello, everybody.
I'm glad y'all made it. I didn't know how many I'd have because of the Super Bowl, and I don't even know if it's over. I don't really watch it, but
I don't know either. I doubt it's over. It probably just started.
Probably. But everybody, I'm feeling good. Going back to work tomorrow, so.
Let's see here.
Scrapping says, I've been reading a book on the Morgan. Very interesting. Yeah, the Morgan's a great series. Let me change cameras here.
I'll say that's what we're doing it on, so there.
There we go. What year is that? 23?
Yep, 1923, San Francisco.
I don't know what the mint mark is on this one. This is a P. No, it's a D. That is a 1922 D. I can get my camera to focus back in. There we go. I don't have a hockey puck, but I've got something similar. But we got quite a few here, I guess. Well, hey, Clinton, good to see you. I'm going to start with just the specs of the peace dollar. This is going to be a kind of an in-depth description because there's a lot of politics, a lot of things that happen with the peace dollar. When I first started researching, I knew some things, or thought I did, and I knew there was some controversy. I did not realize that the controversy went as deep as it did, and I'll explain that as we go. But the designer of the peace dollar was Anthony D. Francisci, if I'm saying that correctly. Composition is 90% silver, 10% copper, as most of us know. Diameter is 38.1 millimeters. The weight is 412.5 grams or 26.73 grams. The other one's grains, I'm sorry. 412.5 grains or 26.73 grams. It has a reeded edge. And there's actually three types of this coin. One is very, very rare, and that would be the medium relief. Most of them were destroyed, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But you have the high relief, which was made in 1921 and early 1922. The obverse and the reverse are both in high relief on them coins. All of the examples of the high relief have a light strike. The reason for that was they didn't want to wear out the dies too early because it had such a deep inset in it that if they struck it too hard, it would flatten it out. A few sandblast proofs were made in 21 only, but only about a dozen exist. The peace dollar can be thanks to a historian. He passed away actually before it went into production. His name was Farron Zerbe, and he was a historian for the ANA, and he pushed the idea of the peace dollar. After World War I, it was in his mind that we should come out with something to replace the Morgan, which had, kind of overdid its thing. 25 years is usually the life of a series, and they'd already surpassed that. and they were going to bring back the silver dollar. So his idea was to make a peace dollar. And the peace dollar was issued without congressional sanction under the terms of the Pittman Act. Anthony D. Francisci was a medalist who designed his dollar. The model used as Liberty was his wife. And I'll get more into that. She was a French model. She is to this day the only living person that has ever been used as a model for Lady Liberty, at least in my research that I can find. So she's the only living person that was ever used as that model. I thought that was pretty interesting. The mint mark, when present, is on the reverse and below 1 on the left side. So if you're looking for the mint mark on a peace dollar, that's where it's at. It's under the 1 on the reverse.
I would say, Odin, that maybe for the dollar series, she was the only model, because I do know other series have got portraits of people that they used for them.
Yeah, I'm talking about the dollar series is what I meant to say.
Okay, I was just clarifying that for everybody else.
Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you, Rob. This is kind of lengthy, but it's kind of interesting. If you study the history of coinage, this has one of the most controversial in so many different ways. The government didn't really want to produce this coin. There was a fight over the design. Morgan really wanted to design it, which he ended up getting some revenge. I'll explain that in a little bit. And so there was a lot of controversy on this coin. So I don't want to bore everybody to death, but before we get into talking about the coin, I would kind of want to give you some facts. So here we go. Legislation dated August 3rd. Whoops, I think I'm ahead of myself. I am. All right, here we go. Sorry. I'm ahead of myself. Okay, at the ANA Convention Center in Chicago, August 25th, 1920, Zerb, which was the guy from ANA, presented a paper, commemorative of the peace with a coin for circulation, proposing a new design for the half dollar, or should silver dollar coinage be resumed, pursuant to the Pittman Act, then that denomination instead. So in other words, if they come back out with the silver dollar, he wanted to make it the peace dollar. This paper appeared in the Numeratic magazine, or whatever it was, 1020, page 443, incorporated into the account of the convention proceedings and all the but unpresent. Yeah, I can't even pronounce half these words. Yeah, they on. The ANA's enthusiasm was so great that it created a committee to prepare a bill for Congress. Chaired by Judson Brenner, this group comprised of Republican or Representative William A. Ashbrook, a Democrat from Ohio, Dr. J.M. Henderson, Howland Wood, and Zerb himself. At a meeting in December 1920, the committee converted Republican Representative Albert Henry Vestal, a Republican from Indiana, to support the project. Vestal was the chairman of the House Committee on Coinage, Weights, and Measures, and his backing was believed essential. On May 9, 1921, Morgan dollar coinage resumed at the San Francisco branch, to Zerb's acute disappointment, as he had hoped instead for the adoption of the peace design. On the same day, Representative Vestal introduced the peace dollar coinage bill as a joint resolution. However, when Vestal, seeking immediate passage, tried to place the resolution onto anonymous consent calendar, a single objection occurred, and the ensuing debate lasted until the adjournment without a vote. It developed that the peace dollar could be issued without congressional approval, which is rare. The Morgan design had been current for the well over its statutory 25-year tenure. The Federal Commission of the Fine Arts announced another design competition on November 23rd, 1921, inviting the nation's 8 leading sculptors to submit models. The winner was Anthony D. Francisci, who portrayed his then 23-year-old wife, Teresa Cafelli, which I don't, correct me on my French, as Miss Liberty, with a radiant crown, somewhat like on certain ancient Roman coins, though more explicitly intended to recall that of the Statue of Liberty. 6 days after the commission had approved his sketches, Francisci submitted the early relief models, who showed the eagle breaking a sword for disarmament, Isaiah 2:4. The device was publicized on December 19th, the same day as the commission approved his models, only to meet with the howls of rage and protest from hawkish officials. They insisted that this design would be interpreted as a defeat rather than a negotiated peace. Because of the objections, the Mint Bureau ordered changes, and the mint engraver George Morgan changed the series for the alterations done without Francisco's consent. He remodeled the eagle minus sword or arrows, but with an olive branch atop an isolated mountain. Peake inscribed peace in the lettering on the style very different from that elsewhere on the coin. Hastily approved, it was even more hastily translated into the working hubs and dies. So some 1,006,473 were struck. December 26th through the 31st, 1921, in high relief. A messenger delivered the first one to President Harding on January 3rd, 1922. Others went the same day to the Secretary of the Treasury and the Director of the Mint. Some of these are likely to have been among the matte finish and satin finish 1921 proofs. Unfortunately, approval of the design must have come from the first proofs and not from the production coins. The later, mostly struck from under reduced pressure to minimize unexpectedly rapid die breakage, were weak and vague in their centers. Morgan, whose own design had been superseded, lowered the relief on the electroplate model by hammering it with a flat board. Francisci was forced to travel to the Mint and to supervise the necessary revisions, but in actuality to stand by and watch his original concept be ruined. Morgan got his revenge. There was, hang on a minute, let me go back to this. There was 4 stages of the 21. There was actually 5, and well, including the 22. But in 21, there was a matte, fine grain matte service. 1922 type 21 high relief with two short rays added to the coronet. In 1921, there was a satin finish, no trace of the mint frost. And in 1922 was a regular design. And there was also in 1922, there was a medium relief. 3,200 were minted as a test solution for the high relief dye. This is before they come out with the low relief. And very few survived. Diagnostic has 4th ray below the 1 on the reverse. And that's the diagnostic for that medium relief. Very, very, very little information on the medium relief that I could find. And I found what I did find on the medium relief online, not in my books. So it kind of gives you a history. There's a lot of controversy with this coin. Robert?
Go right on ahead. You're doing good. I'm just taking and having fun listening.
Well, personally, I like the peace dollar. I think kind of it's like Star Trek and Star Wars, between the Morgan and the peace dollar. A lot of people love one or the other, and there's a few of us that like both. I personally, y'all know I'm a big Morgan fan, but the peace dollar has such a history and such a controversy, all the way from Congress to the Pittman Act, which kind of got around Congress, to the designers. I mean, Franceschi actually designed it, and then Morgan kind of upstaged him, if you know what I mean.
I tried to sabotage him. Couple
Yeah.
of things that you was talking. The Pittman Act was done in 1918, and it had to do with the silver. However, the one thing that you forgot about was that legislation dated on August 3rd of 1964. It authorized the coin.
Yeah, that's right. I've got that. I forgot to say. I forgot to read it.
There you go. Okay.
There you go. I'm glad you said that.
That's why I put that peace dollar that's sitting on top of that 62. Hint, hint.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it here.
Well, I can finish it.
Yeah, legislation started on August 3rd, 1964, authorized a coinage of 45 million silver dollars and 316 and 76 dollars of the peace dollar design, dated 1964, was struck at the Denver Mint in 1965. Plans for completing this coinage were subsequently abandoned, and all of these coins were melted. None were preserved or released for circulation. Many deceptive reproductions exist. Is that what you were talking about, Robert?
Yeah, but the one thing I can say is there's many stories. Two very prominent ones. The one story, and I told you to pick up that book from Walter Breen, and I know you've got it.
Yes, I do. That's where I get a lot of this information.
Well, if you look, Walter Breen also discusses the 1964 Denver, and he mentioned that there was an RPM, repunched mint mark, on it. Now, how would Walter Breen know that there was a 64 Denver peace dollar with an RPM had he not seen one? And it's been rumored that he's seen one. I have a personal friend who was at the same show that Walter Breen was at when he mentioned that he had seen it, and he confirmed Walter Breen was at the show, and he also confirmed that there was a few meetings between, I don't know if it was dealers or private collectors that met with Walter Breen, and did one get out? Well, one of the stories I heard, Lincoln said an inside job. One of the stories that I heard is that during 1965, when they had struck those, most of the mints were really backed up because of the Kennedy $50 being rushed into circulation. Right. However, you could take, and the day before they were demanded to be melted, they were all struck, and it was commonplace for each employee, if they wanted to, at the end of their shift, they could take an example home with them for $1 face and keep them as their own primary example. The next day, they were all told they had to bring them back so that they could be melted, and at least one person took and said that he took and stopped by a bar and bought a beer with it, and he did not have it in his possession any longer.
Oh, wow.
Now, is it true? I don't know. How did Walter Breen note that there was an RPM on a peace dollar? I don't know.
Right. And I also read, doing my research yesterday, that a few may have been sent to the Congress and to the president. And those would not, if they were recalled and wasn't turned in, there may be more than one in existence. I mean, that's just a theory, a conspiracy theory, maybe. I don't know. But
No, it's not really a conspiracy theory. It is I mean, each time that a coin is passed or is being processed, they do send them to senators and they review them. I've heard stories about other coins, that's how they've gotten out of the mint. One being the 74 aluminum cent. Nobody knew about it until it came up by a private collector. And then the mint director that retired, he gave one to his son, and supposedly that's the only one legally owned or allowed to be owned in a private collection. However, if a senator gives me a coin, I don't know. I think I'd have to almost fight that in court and say that, I have a right to own it. And the way I understand it, it was a guard, I believe, is the one that the senator handed the coin to.
That's cool. See, I didn't even know about the aluminum until I got into coin collecting. I didn't even know they were ever minted, let alone they were illegal to own. I actually learned that from you. You were talking about it with somebody on one of your streams one night a couple of years ago. And I researched a little bit. I went, wow, that's surprising.
Oh, here it is. Somebody took, and because of that, I'll show you if I can. Somebody took and here again, it's because of the way everybody does everything. Somebody took a 74 Denver and they just plated it. It's just a plated penny.
Right.
I don't have my scale right here, but I'd be willing to bet it is plated just by the looks of it.
Right.
So, and I don't know if you noticed that 64 piece.
I did. That's why I put the big screen on. I wanted to look at the date.
Uh-huh.
Now that's a copy, I'm sure, but
oh yeah, they have to be. But you know what? They don't have to have copy on them.
Yeah.
Because, and here was the argument a lot of people have made, and Daniel Carr made it. He said, if it was never produced, if it was never made, how can I be counterfeiting or copying a coin that does not exist?
True.
Well, he won his fight, and I can tell you for a fact, I personally was at the ANA. I don't remember the year, I'm sorry, because I've been to several. However, I was personally at the ANA, and he had, now I don't have my copy of his where he struck them on piece dollar planchets, and they looked every bit as good as this one. Only they're all silver, the weight is proper and everything.
Right.
However, he set up and he had 3 left. I almost bought one, but I ended up passing on it. I wished I would have today. However, right next to him, and I kid you not, right next to him was Secret Service set up, and they left him. He sold all 3 of them. Wow. So if it was illegal, I would think they would have confiscated them right there and then.
Oh yeah, they'd have got them right there, I'm sure. But that's a nice coin. I have not run across a copy for sale, but if I do, I will buy one just for
not going
the giggles of it.
Okay, they're not going to be cheap. Now this one here, I took in. I'll be honest, I had 3 of them. I bought them from a friend of mine who they struck these on Eisenhower dollars.
Right.
Okay, so these have the copper clad centers.
Right.
So these are not the silver ones, but as you see, there's no copy on it. Or this one has copy on it. I'm sorry, that's right. This one has copy. And my silver one's the one that don't have copy on it.
Right.
But it's still something neat.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's cool looking.
Well, I took in that there. Now, come on, camera. Don't start heating up on me and getting way white.
There you go. MS62, 1923S.
Yeah, that one's. I took and I had pulled a few of them out that I could show. That's the one that you get it in any grade. That's where you start paying a little bit of money. The 24S.
Yeah, I've hang on a minute, and I think I've got a 24S right there.
There you go. You look like yours is nicer than mine.
Yeah, it's an MS63.
Well, see, yeah, mine's only a 62.
I bought that off you, Robert.
You did?
Yeah.
Ah.
If my camera will get.
Now, did you buy that raw?
No, I bought this one slabbed.
Okay.
And then I also have this one, which is a AU58. There's a mark on the front of it. This was a gift from Lincoln. This is a VAM 1. It's an 1823 S. No, 1823P. I'm sorry.
1923, not
1923. I'm sorry. AU55. And you see some gunk on the front of it, and there's some toning down here. But the actual, I'd have to put it on the scope, but the VAM is actually a die crack that runs right along the crown. I mean, the rays between the beak and the front feathers of the chest. Let me see if I can get this camera in focus a little bit. Hang on a minute. I'm too close to it, I think.
Hey, there you go, Alden. I got you a nice match to your. Those are 63 on a 23S.
Yeah, that's nice. It's a good looking coin, too. And there's a Ross one. Let me lower it down a little bit.
Now, where'd you get that one from?
I'm not sure. I bought several singles.
Okay.
That's a 22. That's a 22P, actually. I've got several at 22. I do not have a 21. I'm wanting a 21 high relief, but they're quite pricey.
And nothing like they used to be. I think they're very reasonable. The one that you're going to find if you're putting together a series, and you may want to start with this one, just a suggestion, is the 1934 San Francisco in a higher grade.
I don't have a 34. I have a 35.
Yep, 34 San Francisco is going to give you a fit when you go seeing the prices of it.
I guarantee it.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell you what, when you start getting, once you get into AU and above for the 34S, it starts to outperform all the keys.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, you're looking at 34S in a Mint State 65 is about $9,000. Now, let me check that with I've got the gray sheet. Let me see what they say. Let's see here. Okay, they say a 65 is worth, well, 7,500 or 7,250. I'm sorry. Still outperforms the 28 and the 21.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I was telling people about before. When you start to collect the series, do your research like you've done. That's a nice 24.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's not bad. I think it's an MS grade, probably a 62, 61, 62.
I'm thinking at 62. Let's see. I think I've only got on my 24, I've got a 62. So, I don't know. But a 62, that gets to be a pricey coin.
Really?
Yeah, it's about $250 for a 62.
Wow. I had no idea. I don't even know where I got Excuse me. I'm not even sure where I got that, Robert.
I got it from me because I sold a bunch of them raw.
Yeah, I probably did. I bought a few from Trav, and I got some from you, and I think I got one or two from Joe. I've got about 14 or 15 of them, but different year. This is a 24. Wait a minute. This is a 24T, actually.
That's nice too. And I say, I know I had a lot of S mint marks. I got them from Marty Bird. In fact, I ain't heard from Marty. I hope he's doing okay.
I don't know him, but I hope he is too.
Well, he used to be on the auction sites a lot. He was buying a lot of stuff, but yeah, he is having some sickness. I'm going to have to send him an email. I'm glad we talked about that because he took it, and I know he was feeling bad and he had to go to the doctors. He lives out in California, and he was out there during those stupid brush fires, so I hope everything's okay with him.
That's another. I thought that was 25. That's a 23.
Yep, that's a 23. Now, I did sell some 22, 3, 4, and 5 that I had raw as well, so you could have gotten them to me.
Here's a nice 25. I don't know what the mint mark is yet. I haven't got it open. I've got these in airtights. I mean, I just keep them in the safe. I don't have a Morgan book. I mean, a Dansko book for the peace dollars yet because I really haven't started collecting them. I've just picked up a few as I've gone. There's a 25. Wait a minute. It's a 25. That's another P. Yep, that's a P. That's a 25.
Now, that's a nice one.
Let the camera focus. It's got some marks on the neck area. But all in all, it's not bad. Now, this one's got some natural toning to it. This is a 26. And this is a 26 D, actually. That's a 26 Denver. And it has some toning.
It looks like it's still, I can't tell from that camera shot the grade of it, but still looks nice.
And here's a reverse. Got a little wear on the feathers.
AU50.
I think it's a probably lower AU, but still a nice coin. And let's see what else I've got. I've got a 35. This one's got a lot of toning on it. It was carried. And it's very good, maybe. And it's a P.
Yep. Now, does it have 4 rays or 5 on the back?
Does it have what?
4 or 5 rays on the back, the type 1 or the type 2 rays on the reverse.
The upper rays?
Turn it over and set it down, I'll tell you. Let the camera focus. Okay, it's got 3 rays right below the 1. See those 3 rays?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sometimes there's 4, which in 1921 they had 4 rays. Okay.
Oh, okay.
That was just a design change that they had made. Also, right there where the tail feather meets basically the body and the legs of the eagle, sometimes on a variety, they're missing an arrow right there. And it's a nice variety, but I'm just telling you those things because that's the part of this game I play.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm here to learn. I mean, that's why we do these streams, is for everybody to learn. But that's pretty much what I have in peace dollars. But I enjoy them, and like I said, I'd like to have a few more, and I'll pick them up as I go. I got a little in the Morgans, and I don't like much of having my date set complete. I like 3.
What dates do you need again?
I'm thinking 93, 94, 95.
And I know I've got some of those dates.
Shoot me an email, my friend.
Be at the auction house.
Because I'm in the market. By the way, this studio mic, this Shure mic, is it sounding okay?
Sounds great to me.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Better than mine. Let's see. I'm sitting here looking at a 94. Oh, that's a 92 there, the other one. Thought I had another one. Thought I had the 95 somewhere, but I only got a 92 and a 94. But let's see, the 94 is an S, and I believe the 92 is an S as well.
Wow.
Yeah, they're a little more expensive.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The 90 is it? I think the 95 is the highest one.
Yes. But I had a 95 somewhere. I'm certain I got it. Well, let's see. No, that's not it.
They're pricey, but they're nice coins and they're hard to find.
Oh, yeah. You're going to pay for them.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Lincoln. Thank you, Clinton.
Go ahead and do a video on it. You say you got a book of uncirculated coins and stamps the other day going from 2000 to 06. What's the theme, Clinton? Sorry about that. I just wanted to.
No, go ahead. That's fine.
Yeah, I just seen he had said that something there, and I thought, well, I'd find out what the theme was, because usually when they have stamps and uncirculated coins, there's some kind of a theme going on there.
Right.
So what else do we need to know about a Peace Dollar series?
Well, I'm about out of information. There's so much to it that, I mean, you know, if you get to reading about it, it's a fascinating series. It really is. And it's not a real popular series. People don't cling to it like they do the Morgans, or, you know, the Morgans have such a history. Just, you know, they were the Wild West dollar, and they were, you know, a lot of things. You got the CCs and the Morgans, and there's just so many pluses. But I think the 94. Yeah, that's one of the ones I need badly. And not bad condition.
It's got an S on it too.
Send me an email on that one there, Robert.
Hey, I'm pretty much open. Hold on, I'll tell you. It'll go up. It's got to go for auction. It's a consignment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I have to shoot it straight, you know.
But let me know when it's going up. Let me put it that way.
I'll probably start it out at $80, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what that is, $80 for that coin for the 94S. I'm looking, that's a VF20 grade is where I've got it starting at.
Right.
And I don't think I'd have a problem with that being a VF20.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, I mean, this is a nice it's an old wear, but I think it's what I would call problem free.
Yeah, that's a good, easy $100 coin right there.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I suspect the thing, whenever all said and done, I suspect it's going to be about $140 to $150.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
that's just my guess on it. Because I'll be honest with you, that grade, I could use that in my own book. So I might have to have Flordelina put me in a bid for. No offense, but I mean, you know,
hey, that works. I mean, you know.
Well, it'll be fair, because I'll tell her what I go, and if I do, I will disclose it that I will be bidding on it as well. But usually, what it is I'll just take and throw out a bid, and it's like once I get to that bid, I'm done. That's that's
pretty much how I bid what I can afford and don't go no higher.
Yeah, well, you know what I tell a lot of people, and you know, we can take and segue this into the Peace Dollars. Anytime you're buying any coin, I don't care what it is, don't let your emotions get in the way. Do a little research, know what your coin's worth, figure out your number. Sometimes when I see these people bidding $1 back and forth, man, if I see somebody getting into a bidding war with me like that, I say, okay, here's my maximum bid. I throw it out there. I don't care if it's $40 more than the last bid. I throw it out there, and then if somebody bids over top, it's yours. I'm done, because I don't let my emotions get in the way.
Right.
And that's a mistake I see some people make. In fact, that's why you notice here of late, I've had to shut people down and say, stop bidding, and, you know, take and put it at a reasonable price to where they're not getting hurt on them.
That's true, and I agree with that. And you're more than fair, Robert. And so is Joe at his auctions. I mean,
I try.
well, no, I respect that, and I think everybody that goes to your auctions do. I mean, we know you're a dealer, and we know that you're there to make a profit. But on the other hand, you don't rip nobody off, and you'll tell people, hey, you guys are going a little crazy here. I've seen you do that more times than I can count,
Well,
and you've earned my respect because of that.
well, I want you to come back and buy more. And don't get me wrong, I don't care what coin you buy. And well, there's a few of them, I'll be honest, that Joe Durbin has bought. And what a lot of people don't realize, Joe Durbin, he knows I start these out to where if he buys them, he can usually sell them and make a profit. In fact, that's why I don't go to his auctions, because he's selling stuff that he's bought for me. It's like, I don't need it back. I just sold it to him.
Right. Yeah, and I understand that.
Well, right, but he knows. That's why a lot of times you'll see him do the opening bid or a little higher, because he knows that I'm giving out a really good price. I mean, it's like I said, I try to take and I try to be fair. When it's at an auction, when I have some of my varieties, I've had some people say, well, that's too much for that. I've taken in, I like what I just did today. What was that? There was something I just did today. It was like $2,800. PCGS has it listed at $2,700. The last auction, which was last year, it sold for $2,800.
Wow.
The deal is what a lot of people don't realize. The auction companies and the price guides are just that. They're guides. They're not
guides. And the market changes daily. We both know that.
Not only that, as more people, which we have this discussion all the time.
I'll be right back, guys. I got a phone call.
Okay. Let me change over here, guys. Ta-da. Okay. I'll change over. I'll keep y'all company while Alden is taking and playing on the phone. But I'm just going to use this to finish talking about what I was talking about, guys. Me and a lot of dealers, we've had discussions here lately, the local coin store dealers, and I hear so many of them saying, man, the coin hobby is just dying. It's dying. It's dying. Clinton, I don't want to get my butt kicked. Hello, Melissa. We have an open spot. Joe Durbin never showed up. You ought to take it, and when Alden gets back, have him send you a link to hook it up and come join the group. You're about the only one I see that usually gets in on some of these discussions. However, they were saying that the hobby is actually dying. I don't believe so. I think it's moving locations. It's going from, now we're starting to take, because of promoting people like myself and Daniel Malone and a few others, from promoting the coin shows, we're getting a lot of people to start going to coin shows. I think at the Cincinnati Coin Show, if everybody gets to make it, we're talking an additional 20 to 50 people that are going to show up in Cincinnati at the Cincinnati Coin Show. I hope all of you guys make it too. But, it's moving from the local coin stores to places like this right here, YouTube, Facebook. I mean, eBay, it's still there. Etsy is just a joke, in my opinion. But you got Great American. I go to Great American and I see some of the prices they're getting for these high grade coins. And I'm like, oh my goodness, they're just blowing away the gray sheet. So was the Ike dollar the only big dollar coin made of non-silver? Are you talking, Lincoln? It all depends on your definition of that, because there has been some commemorative coins that have been non-silver that were large, but I don't know that that would classify as the big dollar coin. So that's sort of kind of a loaded question, Lincoln. The answer could be yes or no, and both would be correct.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. We just trashing you while you was gone.
Oh no, he broke up the chickens.
I took and I told Melissa she had to get a hold of you and get a link since we had a no-show with Joe.
Really?
No-show Joe. Hey, that rhymes.
McHoof, if you want to come up, I'll send you a link. Let me know if you want to come up. I'll send you a link.
Then, Lincoln, the answer to that would be no. The Eisenhower dollar that I am aware of, the Eisenhower dollar is the only large, let me think here. Yeah, that's the only large American dollar coin that was made of non-silver, even though it was made of non-silver and silver clad.
Yeah, that's the only one I can remember or ever heard of.
Yeah, because right after, let's see, you went from the piece to the Eisenhower dollar. After the Eisenhower dollar, you went to the CHAG, and then from there you went to Sacagawea.
Yep. And then you went to the presidential.
That's what. Yep. And now we got the new innovation.
Yeah, I don't have any of them, but
You don't.
no, I've got the complete set of the presidentials, but that's the last of them I bought.
I took in somebody. I'm in my pajamas. I have,
All right.
hey, that's okay. I know you're always in your nightgown, so I don't care. Here's the innovations.
Okay, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Let me give you the screen there, Robert.
Okay, now I'm gonna try and change my scope over, see if we can't get a better photograph of it too.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I've not seen them.
okay, well, let's see if we can't take and get you one to look at.
Oh
There's-
wow! No, I'm not. No, I'm not even seeing that dollar. What year did they come out with that?
2019
Oh, no wonder I haven't seen them.
or 2018. I'm sorry.
18, yeah. That's cool. No, I've not seen that.
Yeah, this is the introductory coin right here.
Wow. Not a bad looking coin.
Mm,
I mean, little looks like it's a little busy.
sorry, I had to cough.
That's all right.
But this thing is getting particular. I don't know. This in here, it's supposed to be inventors from the United States is what they're going to be doing.
Right.
Okay.
It looks busy though. That one.
Well, that's because each one will be different, like your state quarters and your presidentials.
Right. That's crazy. I'm not. That's the first one of them I've seen.
Clinton and I might just break these apart, and being this is the P and D for the first introductory year, I
Right.
might just break them apart and sell them individually.
Well, if you do, let me know because I'll definitely want. I'd like to have one of each because I don't. Like I said, I've never even saw them. That's a new one on me.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I put a presidential proof set together in a Dansko about a year ago.
Split our screen again now. We're done with that.
Oh, okay.
So,
Let me change cameras here.
okay. There
There
you
you go. Now I can see you face to face.
go. Now, any other topic?
Nobody wants to see this ugly mug, trust me.
You can see I've groomed so well lately.
Hey, I actually trimmed mine today, so it's kind of blending in with my skin now.
I've taken and I've really, ever since we came back from West Virginia, I haven't felt too good. I mean, we had such a big change in the weather, and I'm wearing a suit, and just not quite, just the temperature fluctuation.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to lose my mom, so I talked to her on the phone today, and it's rough. It's rough.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'll tell you, I for the lack of sounding morbid, I know I'm about to lose mine too. She's had COPD for 15 years.
Right.
And I was noticing today that, or not today, but when we was up at the funeral, we were talking, and I don't remember, there was a couple people sitting around her. I sort of kind of stayed my distance because I had a cold, and with her having COPD, I didn't want her to catch it.
Of course, yeah.
And so, but I was looking at her, and she just had hardly no color whatsoever.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if it is from the stress, I know it's partly the COPD, and it's been so progressive. I mean, it's just a shame. But you know what? It's one of those, I'll be honest, I still haven't fully grieved for my niece yet because I was there trying to be strong for my mom and my sister. I mean, I helped raise that little girl, and I mean, I remember changing her shitty diapers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, and it's like, I agree with my sister. It's not supposed to happen that way. It's just not.
Yeah.
So, but it is what it is. Life will go on.
That's it.
We have our ups and downs, you know.
Well, they gave my mother 2 days to live 8 years ago. She was eat up with lymphoma cancer. She had it everywhere. And she was in her, she was 70, I don't know, 73, I think, at the time.
Uh-huh.
She's tough lady, real strong. And she fought it and beat it for 8 years. Well, they came back this time, and she's in her early 80s now, and she just can't fight it no more.
You know what?
I talked to her today, and she was like, "I'm ready to go. You know, I'm ready to go." So,
Clinton, they got me too. Yeah, you're right. 46 is way too young. But just to let you know, I took in a friend of mine. He's my age, and he's got. He was just told he has cancer, and I happened to stumble across this. I don't know how true it is, but this guy, he's been since 2016. He was lit up, he said, like a Christmas tree on his PET scan, whatever that is.
yeah.
And he took, and a friend of his that was a vet, Merck knows all about this, and apparently doctors do as well. But there is a K90 wormer that's got fenbendazine or fenbendazole, something like that. And they had told him that he had taken, and they done a study, and they put cancer in all these lab rats. One of them ended up with worms or something, and they fed it to the rat. And when they did, they found out that rat, the cancer was gone.
Wow.
So the person gave it to all the other rats in the study, and and they used different cancers, and all of them were gone. And now but you know what? I don't know. I don't know what that stuff is. Hello, Melissa.
Hello, Melissa. She's got a pretty 25 peace dollar out there.
Oh, when you know, since
He's going pumpkin. Thank you.
Thank you, Lincoln, and everybody
Oh,
else.
yeah,
I appreciate it. But let's get back on subject here. We got a pretty 25 sitting there, so
I figured I'll just go grab one. And I heard 25s when I left the room to walk out the dogs, and it's like, okay.
well, that's a good looking
Hey,
one.
it's
What min-mark is that, Melissa?
I think it's a Philadelphia, if I remember right.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh yeah. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
It's a nice bird.
I'm gonna guess AU58.
I would say probably so. Yeah.
That's my guess.
It's
It
a nice
wasn't
strike for a peace dollar.
Yeah. I think the piece was weak on. Yeah, it was kind of weak on that one.
Yeah, on the piece, yeah.
Yeah.
But most of them are, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I don't know. I've come across, I mean, not that particular year, but some that weren't, and, tried to stress the people, and they're like, ooh, what? Let me see it again.
Yeah, I was talking about the eagle, though. That device is a really nice strike on the eagle himself.
Good night, Clinton S.
When I threw it under there, I had to look because from the angle I'm sitting, I'm short, so I'm down kind of low. I thought there was something underneath his chin. When I flipped it over, and I thought, that's why I went like that, because I thought there was a piece of lens because the light was glaring off of it so much.
Thank you for Clinton, thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and you have a good night, and I hope you feel better.
I have a question, Melissa.
Uh-oh.
How did you determine that eagle is a he?
Because there's, oh, excuse me. They just won't quit. I apologize. Thank you. Okay. How did I determine that?
Yeah.
No mint mark?
No. I said, how did you determine the eagle was a he?
Oh, I didn't. It's kind of one of those things with people that have animals. You can tell what gender they have the most of because they always call other animals like, "Oh, what's his name?" And just assume. So that's where mine comes from because I have all boys. So
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough. I was just curious because you said under his chin. It's like, well, now how do we know it's a he? Just funny question.
well, because he's mine.
Because he's mine.
Fair enough. Hey, Ozark.
Hey, Oz. I'm glad you come by.
Hey, Oscar.
You missed all the info on the peace dollars, but you can always play it back.
That's right. There's a rewind button.
Yep, that's a fact.
I'll tell you what, Alden, I'm so stuffed up. I keep taking in some of my words, just they're not coming out right.
There you go. Lincoln got the answer.
Well, Robert, it's understandable, my friend. I kind of the same way. I was having trouble reading my own notes because, with all that was on my mind, I was trying to scribble. I don't even write real well, let alone scribble.
Oz, if you know everything, do me a favor and teach me half of it. That's all I want to know. I just want to be a half-wit.
Yeah, as far as the peace dollars went, and I heard him talking about all that, I thought, well, all I basically know is that it's a short series, and it's the same woman that modeled for the Mercury dime that modeled for this as well.
Let's see. I don't know. I've not really looked that part up.
I haven't either. I don't know about that. I know that that model was the only model ever made for Liberty for the dollar series, any dollar series, but I don't know about the Mercury dime. Franceschi is the one. It was his wife that actually modeled for the peace dollar.
And it was not Franceschi who did the dime.
I don't think so, but I don't know.
Because the guy's name was no, actually, it was a prominent banker that he knew. It was his wife.
Okay, that wouldn't be Franceschi's wife. That's a different lady.
Yeah, it was Adolf Weinman.
And Adolf Weissman or something like that. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Was the design?
Weinman?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, Weinman.
Oh, Weinman.
Weinman, yeah. See, I just woke up and I'm like, I know, excuses.
That's okay. Trust me, I made a couple mistakes in my video today. I just wanted to get some video out.
Weinman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that. It was a good video, Robert.
I try to remember that stuff.
I'm trying to think. It seems to me that I seen something. I don't remember where. Some information on Weinman. And oh man, I wish I could remember where it was. I might have read it in a book. I actually seen the model that they had for. That's why Alden, I had known that wasn't the only lady on any ponies because I've seen other models on other ponies.
Right. Yeah, I meant to say the dollar. I mean, as far as Lady Liberty on a silver dollar of any kind, I know the flowing hair and the cap bust and all that was out of people's minds. Same way with the Morgan.
Well, now it's debated that Morgan did take and use a female occupant, and however, they don't know exactly who it is, and it's a lot of speculation.
Man, I hadn't heard that, so that's new information. I like that.
Well, now, like I say, listen, a lot of this stuff, I'm hoping I'm right. But I mean, I get so many books that I've read that, you know, getting old like we are old, and the stuff just goes together. And
Oh, I
sometimes,
know it. It blends. It does. But at least we're still vertical, not horizontal, Robert.
well, yeah. Yeah.
At least most of the time. Unless your appendix busts, then you go horizontal for a couple of weeks.
What happened with that? How did they? I mean, where was you at when they broke?
I was actually at work Saturday, and I come home, and I was in the bed, and I started cramping real bad, and it eased off. That's when it broke. I didn't know it.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even know my appendix was bad. I knew I was having a lot of pain, but I thought it was stomach virus or something.
So you didn't.
I got up.
notice-
Huh?
You didn't even notice that you had something going on wherever the appendix hurt?
Well, not really. I have a pretty high pain tolerance because I have gout real bad, and I have real bad bouts with it. And so my pain tolerance is pretty high anyway. So I just kind of know it as a virus. Well, anyway, Sunday I got up and I did my show Sunday night, but I was feeling real sick. And I went to bed. I got up Monday morning and I hit the floor, and then I hit the floor, if you know what I mean.
Uh-huh.
And my wife was out at the barn moving my truck, and I couldn't stand the pain anymore. So I called 911. They sent me to a local hospital. They did an MRI. They said that my guts looked like a can of worms and sent me straight to the main hospital in Marion, where I went directly into OR, and I was in there for a couple hours. And I spent 4 days, a little over 4 days in the hospital trying with IVs, with antibiotics and all that. And but they said I was toxic, and I was 5 hours going septic. If I had gone septic, I wouldn't be here. So it was pretty close.
Wow.
Scared me.
Yeah, I bet. Well, I'm glad you took it. I'm glad you made it. Hello, Anna Hutchinson. Nice.
Yeah, me too. Hey, Anna.
Yeah, I said, you're just, like the chicken man. He's one tough old bird. It wasn't going to get him down forever.
On the cat man, he's got more than one life.
There you go.
Evidently.
Oh, hi, Anthony Goodley.
Look at it this way, Alden. It just wasn't your time to go, and if it's not your time to go, you ain't going nowhere.
That's good. That's right. The Lord hadn't clicked him in the old clock yet, so I
Yeah,
guess
we're
he
just not
kept
that
me
old
around
yet.
for some reason.
Yeah. Talking with my sister, she took and she said that, she said she didn't know how she was going to do this. And I told her, I said, you know what? So I stopped asking why. I stopped asking questions. I don't have to always understand it, but, maybe 20 years from now, I'll look back on this with her, with my niece, and say, okay, maybe that was the reason. But,
Yeah.
I stopped asking. Sometimes asking questions just makes it hard to try and.
Well, we're not meant to know everything, Robert. I mean, that's part of being human.
Well, but sometimes when we don't accept it, we also block the grieving process.
That's true.
And I think that's an important part of everyone's life.
It is. It is.
Oh, yeah.
I agree. Hello, Anna. It's good to see you, honey. Thank you for being here. Does anybody know who won the Super Bowl or whether it's over yet? Because I haven't kept up with it.
Well, about 20 minutes ago, they said there's 7 minutes, so there's probably still about 4 minutes or 2 minutes left.
No,
I'm just guessing. I don't know.
I don't either. I'm not really into it.
Anna says, KC win it? KC won it. Holy cow.
KC won it?
That's what I
Wow.
What was
I
this?
love the shock in your guys' voice, like, what?
That's unbelievable.
I think
I
that's
expected San Francisco to walk away with it.
So did I. 2031, Lincoln says. Man, I wished I'd have bet because I seen everybody betting on San Francisco. And
Yeah, they were the favorite by like 7 points.
when I was a young pup, nice looking P-Star there. When I was a young pup, I used to drive tractor trailer. I'd go to a lot of local areas. What's that meant, Mark, Melissa?
They won 31-20. I just looked it up.
Yeah, that's what Lincoln said.
Cool.
But whenever I used to drive around all these areas, I'd ask everybody, who you betting on? Who do you think's going to win? And every time I'd find out whoever they was betting on,
Bet against them.
I did. And you know what? That was 1 year. Me and a friend, we used to do a gentleman's bet every week on every game, $1 each game.
Right.
And that year, when we came to the Super Bowl, I took and I ended up, now just to give you an idea, usually every year we was the last game going to the Super Bowl, our bets were usually $5.
Mm-hmm.
That year going to the Super Bowl, our bet was 20 because I'd gotten up $20 and I ended up winning the Super Bowl because I did the same thing. I went against what everybody was saying.
Well, not a bad strategy.
Well, Anna, that means you got plenty to buy coins. Boy, have I got a coin for you, Anna.
He's got more than one, actually. That's a good looking 26 there, Melissa.
What's the mid market? Is it
Yeah, what mid mark is that? Turn that over.
Maybe it was the last one.
Philadelphia?
Oh, nope, I fibbed. That's a Denver. I thought I had
Denver. Yeah, I
Philadelphia
see
laying
the
around
D
here.
from here.
That Denver's a little bit. That's a nice one.
Yeah, I like that.
I'd say I'll give you an AU 55 on that one.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's one of those that was a deal grabber upper, so I really couldn't resist. And
it's a nice one, Melissa. I like that. I just like to be solid design myself. I just do.
I do too. It's, I guess, because of what I thought with the whole Mercury. I'm like, it's the same lady, when I was little. So I just gravitated towards
Right.
those.
Even though Franceschi got kind of robbed on the reverse because of Morgan, but
Yeah.
that was an interesting story.
You know what? I can't believe Anna's saying she got a 2020 diamond change today. I am hearing about a lot of people already getting 2020 coins.
Really?
I thought I heard someone say they had got a quarter from 2020 already. I thought there's no way.
You know,
But, I mean,
every
there is a way.
I remember when it used to be March, April before we seen any of the new coins come out in this. Now,
Yeah. Here in the mountains, it's usually early summer before we see that year's coin.
Mhm.
I'm seeing them way early. That's a nice 27.
That's a real nice 27.
She's a pretty lady.
That's pretty.
Flip her
I
over.
like that.
Hey, look at them.
Oh, these dogs today.
Oh, Wild Bill Hobbies. Ooh,
Is that a D or an S?
give her the full screen. We'll find out.
All right.
That's a D, I believe.
There you go.
No?
Oh,
I can't tell.
that looks like an S to me, but I can't tell.
It does me too, but I'm not sure. From here, it looks like an E, and I know that's wrong. It's got to be an S.
Oh, it's an S.
Yeah,
my
it's an
bad.
S.
S?
Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, that's a nice looking coin.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a nice coin, period.
it was. Nice
Which
looking
one
coin.
was that?
Yeah, I
Oh,
like
the 27. I was going to say, yeah. To say if it's a 6, why did I throw one of the more common ones out there? But
Hello, Daniel Malone.
that. Good looking coin.
hi,
Mona.
Daniel.
Hey, Daniel, how are you? Welcome.
Actually, that looks kind of sideways.
It don't matter. It's just a mint mark. Hey, unless it's into another part of the design, it ain't really nothing.
Oh, no. Okay, then. Push straight.
Yeah, because those were all hand put in the dies anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good looking coin, Melissa. I like that.
Yeah, some of these were ones my grandpa had given to me
Right.
quite a while back, before his, well, it was after his Alzheimer's had kicked in, but my dad said, hey, go ahead and get this and, let your grandpa know you're getting, I mean, even if he did or didn't remember, but just, they knew how much at the time I was started up collecting coins again. And
Right.
I want to
so
see.
at least you could say, yeah, I kind
Hey,
of
Wild
remember
Bill.
that. Huh?
I said, hey, Wild Bill.
Oh, hey, Bill.
He just joined us.
I said I want to see the 34S.
I don't have one of them.
Yeah, we all wish we had one of them.
I got my 34D.
Hang on a minute. Let me give you the camera, Melissa.
Go back, pull it down some. I thought that was the double diavers.
I wish. No, that's more like Galerius Maximus.
Yep. Okay. Okay. I thought it looked like the DDO for a second.
Yeah. Well, with the glare, it helps.
Yeah, glare helped a little bit. Didn't
She's more like she's a zombie. You know,
it?
kind of getting those ick teeth. You know.
Yeah, Daniel, so do I. I'd love to find a roll of 1934 SBUs. I could probably afford a vacation then.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I know that sucker's no AU. That's a little rough.
I don't know the grade of it, but it's pretty coin.
Yeah.
Well, Daniel, that's true too. I'd take an AU, but I'd still like to find, a roll of, say, 66s, 68s. Find an original crisp. You know what the sad part is, Daniel? I would take him right now. Anybody out there on stream that wants to bet, I'd bet you $1 that somewhere, gentlemen's bet, somewhere there is at least one roll of 1934S in an original bank wrapped roll.
Could you imagine?
I guarantee you that's true.
Well,
Really.
yeah, with my coin dealer, hard telling because he just cleaned out his shop and he just had stuff that he forgot he'd stuck on shelves, stuff back in wedged in closets, and I was just like, give me, let me look, you know.
You know what, Melissa? It's funny you say that. I think it's either this Thursday coming up or the following Thursday. My local coin dealer said, Robert, you want to come over here and you want to be here. We're going to clean out the safe. And
Lord.
there's stuff that's in the back that we haven't seen maybe for decades.
Wow.
So I'm going to be busy that day.
I guarantee you will. Yeah, let me know when it is and I'll join you, my friend.
Let me show you the nice 20 or 34S I've got. So just hold on a second, okay, guys? And
Alrighty.
yeah, just give me a second.
I tell you what, I didn't realize how many stinking 26 S's I had laying
PNC.
around. Good grief.
Hey, PNC, welcome. Glad to see everybody.
Hey, Floyd.
If you don't care, hit that like button. I got my normal 2 to 3 dislikes, but that's every time I stream. So.
Hey, you know what they say? If you don't have haters, you're doing something wrong.
That's just part of it, Melissa.
You've made it.
I made it.
Yep.
Hey, I'm closing in on 400, so I'm happy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. For my little old channel, we basically talk coin most of the time, because that's my passion.
Yeah. You know what? I need to get, I just hit my, actually, Justin Bussman. I don't know if you checked out his channel. I just love him. I think he's awesome.
Who is it?
Justin Bussman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
He's a smart guy.
yeah, he is.
He loves his RPMs, and that's not something I was really that big into. But, I've learned a lot over there. So, that's why I haven't been streaming that much. I'm like, I'm going to go over there and hang out, because that's one thing I need to work on. Oh, this dog.
That's what I love to do is learn.
Yeah, is work on with mine because mine goes out in the left field the first 10 minutes.
Hey, Daryl, there's haters out there wherever you go. Don't worry about it. Don't take it personally. I don't. Hey, John Francis.
Oh, hello, John Francis.
Thank you for being here, my friend.
Yeah, these stinking 26S just came out of the woodwork.
Yeah, I'm waiting on Robert to dig out that, what is it, 34?
Yes.
I got him on big
That's
screen.
funny you said that because literally that's how many. I mean, just the number 4 was the last thing I heard ringing in my head, but I'm like, that's what I had. The amount of peace dollars was 4 of them on it, or 26 S's, and I was like, oh, good grief.
Well, it's strange. I mean, I kind of, I'm a big Morgan lover, but I kind of get into the pre-sols. I just bought a few for for the heck of it because I didn't have many.
I mean,
And once I started researching it, I fell in love with the series. So after I finished my last 3 dance goes, I've got 3 I lack finishing.
Oh.
That's probably my next project will be a Peace All the collection.
Alden, why I got you? What year? I know I've asked you 100 times. Actually, let me look through this notebook before I even ask you again. So I might just find it on my own. But I think I have found a good untapped resource to try
Found
to
what?
find one of your cat busts. So,
Oh,
if you
1870s what I need.
1870.
Yeah, I don't think it's a cat though. Maybe I don't remember. I think it's a seated.
Okay, well, the seated, I'll go ahead and write that one down.
Yeah, it's a seated 1870 to 1872. I think that's the only one I lack for my typeset. I got everything else.
1872.
That's what I believe it is. I'd have to look for sure. I'm not in the corner. I'm set up in my den right now. So.
Okay, that was for the seated.
Robert's hunting. He'll
yeah,
be back in a minute.
I pulled it up. Well, I felt like a traitor anyway. My LCS wasn't open last Monday.
Oh,
And I went, well, the guy that he used to have his shop with, I mean, they get along and all that good stuff, but, you know, I'm pretty partial to my guy. So I was like, you know what? It was a Monday. I figured he would be close. So I went to the other store, just it's not even a block, well, 2 blocks away maybe. And I mean, the first time I'd met that man, I didn't really have a good impression of him.
right.
You know, he seemed very just brash, but granted, this 4 years ago, you don't know what was going on with somebody. And I tell you what, when I went in there the other day, I ended up spending an hour and a half with him, just shooting a breeze. And I mean, I'd seen him smile more that time than I probably had seen him smile when, you know, I was a younger kid. And I remember going in there with my grandpa, or definitely the day that I went in there with one of my friends.
Yeah, I love picking their brains. I mean, it's just the older dealers, they've been around a long time. They know a lot of stuff. And,
Oh, yeah. And he's got a son that I believe is just a few years older than me, probably.
right.
But he started, well, I started in with,
Yeah,
what did I ask him?
this is a learning game. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I'm not been in it that long, and I've got so much to learn. But I know people who've been in it 40 years that learn all the time. So I mean, you know,
Yeah.
you can't never know everything.
Yeah, he's owned his store for 30 years, but he had slabbed varieties and stuff like that. And he was just like, I think, really floored when I said, oh, is this a such and such? And, you know, I said, I think I've got a die progression, and I said, I just started to figure out how can I put it together. Time out.
There's Robert with a 34S.
Right, that's what I was like, forget my story. We'll get back to it.
That's sweet. AU53.
Yeah, that's the best I've gotten for my set.
Woo. That's a nice one there, Robert. I like that. That's a high-end coin right there.
Yeah, they get a little pricey up in there.
Oh, they get a lot pricey. I like that. That's sweet.
Close PNC, Floyd.
I'll be right back, guys. I got to see a man about a horse.
Okay.
Okie doke.
I
I think I'm going to have to get a little puppy in trouble tonight.
Thank you, Anna and John. Yeah, you know what? I wanted to put that set together. I actually did want an AU58, but I've just not found one, to be honest. That's been the best I've been able to find. And actually, this here I just got last year. It's an upgrade from my other one's an AU50. I've got to find out once I go to my safe.
That's still a nice little chunk of change, though, for a AU58.
Well, yeah. I think for an 8058, they're probably between 1,000 and 1,500, 1,200, somewhere around there. But that's where I move my set around.
I'm glad I've got you. I had something to show. Let me make sure I get the right one because I know one's worth a couple bucks and the other one was the one I was like, ooh, I think somebody screwed up and gave that to me too early.
Okay.
In a good way.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
Okay. I think it couldn't have been this 2-cent piece, but if it is, I'll laugh. But I've got time to look in a book real quick while he's got you up there. So that works out.
What are we looking for?
I didn't realize this pretty much out of the pile of stuff that between my dad and my grandma had given me of theirs, because my dad knew, I was getting pretty excited about the hobby. So he was like, here's, some stuff to look at.
Uh-huh.
And my grandma decided she magically, which, she's in her 80s. So she's getting a bit forgetful too, but then she miraculously remembered that she had stuff put up too. So she had handed it off to me, and I thought, I really don't want to take it out of the holder because my grandpa wrote that on there.
Cool.
And I thought it was funny. He had near good on it.
That's the way they
You can't beat that.
2 cents.
I thought it was funny. That is a 2-cent piece, but that's probably not the one. Doggone it. Why can I not find you? Look.
Well, just to let you know, I didn't buy the horse. I bought 5 chickens and a goat.
Okay. I hope
Robert, there'll be in the
what I've
mail
decided
tomorrow. Hey, George Kimball.
It must be something with like the audio processor on here, because I think it just doesn't jive with Robert or something.
You what? Who? Melissa?
I said it must be something with my audio processor, because I think it just doesn't jive with Robert. Because when I was like, oh my god, I'm roboting the other night. Well, besides we did have to upgrade the boxes, but it's starting to do it again. So I'm like, I'm just turning the TV up, and I hope you guys don't hear it echoing.
No, I don't hear echoing. I'm using my studio Shure mic right now. So, hey, Money Mannix.
Hey, Money.
I don't
How's
have your
buddy?
email, Money. You'll have to send me an email, and I can send you a link that way. But I'm not going to put it in chat. Not on this. Not on this
I
stream.
can send it to him.
Okay. What do you
Or
got?
send you the email. I mean, either way. I guess I could do it either way. It'd work.
1866. 3-cent nickel.
3-cent nickel. Yep. 18 and 66, I think.
Yeah, 66.
66. Yep.
Nice looking coin, all in Liberty showing.
No, I thought that was funny.
Wow, nice.
Really?
Like I said. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. I felt like some of the finds that my grandpa had picked up in his for his antique store back in the day they're pretty common ones. He had the 24-piece dollar, the Philadelphia, and the 26S, which but I thought that one, I thought was pretty cool.
That is cool.
I thought, oh great, another one to get into, because I'm sure that's a fun one.
I got to take this glove off. My hand's sweating.
Track down.
Oh. Yeah, it's nice, Melissa. I like that. That's pretty.
Yeah. I thought for as much as everybody, because my dad has 5 or 4 brothers, I'm sorry. As much as everybody plowed and paid them and handled them back in the day, I'm surprised they even survived, because let me tell you, there's a roll of war nickels. But my grandma just, whatever you do, don't lose them. And I mean, most of them are slickers and stuff like that. And just like, they're not numismatically worth anything, but boy, the sentimental value. If I probably lost those suckers, she'd have my butt in the ground before hers.
That's cool.
Yeah, she'd not be a happy camper.
Robert, you going to have an auction Wednesday night, my friend?
That's the plan. Yes.
Okay, good. So you'll be going on at 3 Eastern Standard?
Yeah, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Cool.
Okay, I'm trying to send you Lincoln, or I mean not Lincoln's Money's email. I wasn't thinking. I got sidetracked by myself.
I don't know how this is going to show.
Hang on, Robert. Let me give you the screen, brother.
I can just forward him the link, so you don't have to do it.
That's fine. Whatever you want to do. Wow. What is that, Robert?
Have you ever heard of the Spielmark?
No, I haven't. To be honest, I have not.
There you go. Now you're looking at one. This is actually play money.
Oh.
This is German play money. Hold on, I'll flip it over. Whoops.
Wow. She got boobs. And that's play money.
Yep, and it's made out of metal too.
That's crazy. I've never seen anything like that. No, I've never heard of that, Robert. I learn something new every time I get up on the panel with you. You always come up with something to teach me something. I love it.
That's because you're new. We'll figure it out. Here's something.
Yeah.
Now here's something that back in the day when you was a pup, actually before that, they had what they call coal script.
Blue diamond coal. Yeah.
Yep. That was what you used at the coal stores.
They had the same thing close to where I live. It was coins or tokens that were made for the textile store. Because the textiles would own mill houses in a small community, and they had their own store and all that.
Right.
That's cool. Yeah, I love the tokens. I'm starting to get into them. I bought a few off show, and I'm getting I want a whole book of them now.
Yeah, you don't want me to start showing you some tokens.
Huh?
I said, you don't want me to start showing you some tokens.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, if I remember right, you bought a whole sack of them a while back.
That was what I call my junk stuff. Let's see here. I just picked up a couple. I don't even know where I stuck them right now. That's the sad part. Don't get me wrong. I've got tokens that are, believe it or not, worth a few $100 to $1,000.
Oh, I bet.
It's just, here's one of them I can show you that you'll like. Let me exchange this up. You have to bear with me a second. I think it's that one.
Oh, what is that?
It's a token.
I know.
A medal.
Go get something. Look at that. Where's that from?
I don't know. I ain't done the research yet.
Yeah, that's wild looking. I like that, Robert.
Daryl USA, I probably do. I'll have to locate them. If Lincoln's got them, get them from him. That's fine too.
Well, if he's not wild looking.
Yeah, he looks like he's I don't know what you'd want to call him.
That's cool.
Oh,
there's the queen.
I was going to say, that looks like a young queen right there.
Yep.
I got some Canadians with her young face on it.
I don't think this is Canada. Let's see if I can get the camera. There we go. I started to. Come on, camera.
Come on, camera, work. You sound like me arguing with mine, Robert.
Queen Elizabeth II.
Welcome to the panel, Money.
Go ahead and get me off of the name.
All right.
Nope, he
Anyway,
gone.
there's Melissa. I can see her corner of her face anyway. I ain't had the eyeball yet, so I don't know. But she's had some pretty peace dollars up there, and that's
Yeah, I was
what
trying
we're
to
talking
angle it.
about
We had
tonight.
a box battle last night, and I was trying to fill up a book afterwards. So I was like, "Oh, forget it, just leave it."
In order. Welcome.
And I just had a high cent order, and I'm sitting here thinking, man, I got to take, and I got a whole box of pennies that B roll set I got to go through.
Oh Lord. I went through about 15 rolls of 60 Ds the other day, and I'm about spaced out on going through pennies for a while.
Good start.
Didn't find any small or large, but I did find a whole lot of RPM.
Cool.
Did you go through the one that I sent you? That was from Roberts.
Yes, I did, Melissa. And it had about 12 RPMs in it.
Cent hoarder, you take and send me $5,000, and I'll be happy to ship them to you. That's about what I got into them.
Wow. You buy in bulk. I know that, Robert.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's how you make your money, though.
I knew the ones that I got. I mean, about the first 6 I looked at, I was like, "Ooh, buddy." So I was hoping that roll would be good too.
Now, are you talking about for me?
Yeah, like
Were you
gosh,
talking to me,
over a
Melissa?
year ago.
Oh, okay. There's your pretty one, Alden.
Hang on a minute, Robert.
Sure.
There you go. Ooh,
I got it.
is that the actual date?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wow. That's in damn good shape for that date.
I don't know what the date is on the daggone thing. So,
It's cool looking.
oh yeah,
Is that one of your recent pickups?
yeah. It's just,
No, that's my son. I am trying to tell him to go get something to drink, but he won't listen. So I'm just going to mute myself until he's done.
All right, money. I was talking Robert, but that's cool. Robert, is that a new pickup?
not really. Well, I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
That's a neat coin or token, whatever it is. What country is it from? Do you know that?
Floor, where's this thing from?
Flora should know.
Where's this from?
Oh, what's this?
Whatever this thing is.
Give me a moment.
That's the one. Yeah, I can flip it over and let you look at the other side.
Give me the coins.
I know you do, Lincoln. You buy Ikes in big bulks. Save the Ikes.
Spain. I don't know if it's Spain or not. You might be right, Lincoln. Floor's gonna look at it. Just
Yeah, I don't have no clue. I don't know. It looked like it was from Britain
Well,
or
look at that
Spain
one
or
little
some
guy.
European country. What in the world is that? Is that a necklace?
encased tokens or coins.
Oh,
They remind me of the casino ones, but
Rome.
Rome, she said.
no, Rome. Okay,
oh,
that's cool. Those are neat looking too. Those are unique.
That one's a 16S, 54D, and 45, I believe.
Huh.
Yeah, good luck tokens. That's all they are.
Right.
People would take and put them around their neck and stuff.
That's cool.
By the way, hello guys. Hello.
hello, little mama. It's Melissa.
Baby.
How are you?
Those are cool.
I'm
I've
fine.
never seen anything like that, Robert.
Well, you need those things are getting popular, but yeah.
Yeah. I've seen the ones the train ran over and all them, you know, but
Yeah, who likes those?
not me. Not seen them.
Me neither.
That's just defacing the coin to me. But hey,
I think-
Farina.
Hello.
Hello there, girlfriend.
I cannot see you. Hi, now you can see me, but Robert was hooked up on the YouTube.
I am so looking forward to meeting y'all in July.
See you. Hello, Lincoln. Oh, I cannot see the title. I don't have my eyeglass. Boyfriend, PNC Floyd. There you go. Hello, Manny Maniac.
Hi, how are you?
There's Melissa.
Mommy. My
And Money.
baby.
Money Mannix is here.
Maniacs.
Maniac. Okay.
Me.
I'm from Maine. I should know that, right? Let me pick Robert back up here and see what he's got.
I was looking at my favorite coin, but that's okay, Alden.
All right. Well, I'll put you back up in a minute.
No, my favorite coin is your peace dollar that you got up there.
Oh.
Peace dollars are my favorite coins. Ikes are
I did not
for-
know that. We
yeah,
we talked about
40%.
a lot of peace dollars earlier in the video.
Yeah, 40% Ikes are my second favorite coin,
Save
then-
the likes.
and then Morgans are my third.
Yeah. I'd have to say the cat bust is probably my favorite, but I have a lot of other ones close behind it. What is that, Robert?
Just a token for
Scorpio?
Scorpio. It's just something that you get, for the. I don't even, just for the what the hell do they call that stuff, guys? Come on, I'm drawing a blank here.
Zodiac?
Zodiac.
Yeah, thank you. That's what I was losing. It's just you could get these at little, like maybe where you're getting your fortune told, stuff like that.
Yeah. Is it plastic or metal?
No, it's some kind of white metal.
Oh,
Aluminum?
No, this here's more of a nickel, I would say.
huh,
Oh,
cool.
okay. Yeah, I see that Lincoln saved the Ikes. Just so you know, Lincoln, the only Ikes I save are the 40%ers. Those are the only Ikes I save. The rest
Save
of
all the Ikes.
them, to me, the rest of the Ikes are just grocery money. So,
I love the Ikes. Oh.
yeah. I mean, unless I'm doing like a proof Ike book or something.
Take me off of the main screen, please.
All right, I'll do it, Robert.
But no, I mean, I save the Ikes just for, not for myself, but because I'm working on here in a few years being a coin dealer. Very pretty 24.
Well,
And I want to be the guy that gives out an Ike to the kids, something to get them started or interested in it. And because there's little kids where my neighbors and everything, and they like to call it big money. So it's
well,
so
when I
cute.
was a kid, Ikes was still in circulation, and I'd shovel driveways for $1. And when I had 2 or 3 Ikes in my pocket clanging together, I thought I was a rich kid back in the early 70s.
Well, back in the 70s, you kind of were a rich kid. I mean, you
I
could go to the movies and get some snacks and still have an Ike or two in your pocket when you got done too.
Oh, a quarter would get me to the movies and a Coke and a bag of 5-cent chips. Oh, yeah. That's the truth.
Yeah. So, yeah, I hear, Mr. Alden, that you're going back to work tomorrow?
Yes, sir, I am. Thank God.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm off work for 2 months. So,
Well, I was off for a month, and these 4 walls drove me crazy.
well, mine are starting to drive me crazy, but I have 9 staples in my back right now, which is
There you
really
go.
driving me crazy.
Ooh, RPM big time.
Yep.
Very,
I
very
was
big.
born, I think I don't even know which RPM is, but yeah, I picked that up now just the other day.
What's that on, Robert?
Oh, come on, you can't guess that?
I want to say it's a Kennedy, but
I think you'd be right then, Money Maniacs.
Cool. It's a good looking RPM.
is that a 40%er or is that
No, that's a 90.
90?
Yeah, it's 64. That's the reverse. That's the stem from the eagle where he's holding the the peace leaf or the whatever those leaves that leaf thing is.
That's
Oh,
cool.
okay.
I'm just drawing a blank tonight, guys, on a lot of stuff. Hello, Rita Doyle.
Hey, as long as we stay on coin, I'm cool.
I'm just up here learning because this is enjoyable. to
Well,
me.
that's what I do. I put these streams up and I learn as I report on things, and I learn from Robert and Joe and everybody else in chat. I mean, that's
Trying to find some interesting junk for you to look at.
you what, Robert?
I say I'm trying to look for you some interesting junk to look at.
Well, it ain't junk, but you definitely have found some interesting stuff. I love that. That's the thing. I mean, Robert's
Yeah.
always got some nice coins and some unique stuff. I mean,
Yeah, there was a guy on my stream last night. He had a MS61 1921 Morgan. He's like, "Oh, this is a junk coin. Let me find you something better." I'm like, "That's not a junk coin."
was it a high relief?
The friend
It was a
I find
Morgan.
when I'm not hanging out. with
Oh,
you,
a
you know.
Morgan. Oh,
It was a
I
MS61.
thought you said peace dog.
No, it was a 21 Morgan MS61, and he's like, "Let me find you a better coin. This is a junk coin." And I'm over here going, "No, it's not."
Yeah, well, he wanted to donate to the auction, and over on again, Mr. Justin Busman, just love him. You know, Justin said send my win to Melissa to put in the auction for Money Maniacs,
Well,
which
thank
we
you.
are going to auction Saturday at 7 Central Time.
Rita
Um,
Doyle. Didn't mean to interrupt you, Melissa, but she asked a question. The peace doll for sale. No, I don't sell coins. I give a few away, but I don't sell coins. Not yet, anyway. But if you go to Robert Larson or Joe Durbin's auctions, you'll find some nice peace dollars for sale.
They have some really good auctions. I've been in them.
They do.
I have bidded on a few and won a couple, and very nice pieces. I can attend and suggest Robert Lawson and Joe Durbin's auctions for sure.
And Melissa actually worked with Joe on some auctions, and she's got some beautiful coins. I bought several.
Melissa's very, very, very thoughtful, very sweet, and very nice lady.
I have bought several nice pieces from Melissa and never
See,
been disappointed. Not one time.
That's because Melissa don't let me buy anything from her. She's like, "Oh, money, if you need this, I'll give it to you." Look at her over there being shy. I see you in
That's
the
good
corner.
for my
Yeah.
Well, you know just how emotional yesterday was for me, for people that I really didn't know to give stuff to help me out, to help you out. I'm still.
Well, and then for someone I didn't even know the person, and then next thing I know, I'm looking at my PayPal, and there's $100 in it to help me with.
Wow.
I'm just like, I was floored on my stream. It was ridiculous. It was a 4-hour stream, and I'm floored.
There's some really great people in this community. But what I was going to say is anybody that don't know, including you, Rita, Robert Larson has an auction on Wednesdays and Fridays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every other week, he has one at 8 o'clock.
Yep.
And the weeks he don't, Joe has one at 8 o'clock Eastern Central Time.
Real quick, Alden, that's what Lincoln, when you're in, or maybe even Robert can answer this. When at Robert's auctions, are you the one that does the countdown and does the auction for Robert?
No,
or is
that's
that something
Joe.
else? No, I meant in the mod, one of the mods in chat.
Like
Is
I
Lincoln-
said, that's Joe's.
Oh, that's Joe. Oh,
Joe
that's Joe's.
Durbin.
He does.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember seeing him. I didn't know who that was for. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's okay. Anyway, what I was going to say, Joe also has other auctions various times. But if you keep up with his, if you'll hook to his page and get live events, you'll get a notice. And Joe, like Robert, has a very, very fair auction and good prices and some great, great coins. So there's your plug, guys. All right, Robert, what do you got for me now?
Is Alden? Or I'm not sorry, not Alden. Is Joe around tonight?
No, Joe's sick. He was supposed to be here, but he emailed me early today and he said he was sick in the bed and couldn't get his head up. So my prayers are out for him, and I hope everybody else's are too.
Yes, my prayers are going out for Joe.
What do you got,
Very
Robert?
sweet man.
Just another token, medal, something. Orange County, California, bicentennial.
Cool.
1769 to 1969. That's what they had for their bicentennial. You can see right there the first edition net minage and all that happy stuff that they tell you. Franklin Mint made them.
Oh, cool.
You know what? A lot of these metals, like right here, that's probably worth as much as that.
I guarantee it.
Yeah, just the packaging.
Yep.
Because a lot of people don't realize the packaging on some of these is really difficult, especially in this condition.
Yeah, that's cool. And being in 1968, I mean,
69.
69, it's still, I mean, you know, you're looking at 40 years old. That's packages in good shape. Are any of these coming up on your auction?
51, Alden, 51.
You what?
51 years old.
51 years old. There you go. You got better math skills than I do.
I just know somebody who was born in 69. And if I got that year wrong, I'd be in deep, deep doo-doo. Oh, let's see. Money Maniacs.
Yes, sir.
You said you like Peace Stutters?
Oh, that's a 34S. Are you serious? Wow.
I figure you might
Because normally the peace dollars I see, either like the 23s, the 28s.
Right.
I haven't seen a 34 in a long time. That is a beauty.
I took, and that's an upgrade for, I think I've got now don't quote me, but I think the one I had in my set for the longest time was like a XF, maybe a low AU. So this AU 53 is an upgrade for my set until I find something better.
Now, for Robert and Alden, do you guys, because I know you guys, especially you, Alden, I've seen your album before, your slab coins in it. Do you guys just like PCGS, or do you like NGC too, IG? Do you like other coin, or do you just try to stay with the top 2 or 3 companies, or do you try to go with all of them?
Well, I'll let Robert address that first, and I'll give my opinion. Go ahead, Robert.
I take, and every slab out there, in my opinion, has its purpose. For this particular coin, I could see it in a PCGS or a NGC. However, let's say a lower, something that I don't want to spend a lot of money on, something like that right there, the 24 San Francisco. I mean, now granted, it's a couple $100, but I felt ANAX was good enough for it. Now, if it would have been a 64 or higher, it would have made it to a PCGS holder. However, now here again, moving forward, with that, to answer your question, because I think it is a little bit of a complex answer. When I go to something like this here, which is a variety, this is number one, in my opinion. Now, this is a FS 301. Now, if this would have been, say, a Mint State 65, then I felt it would be something that I could afford to put it in a PCGS, because they will recognize Viva Stanton, okay? But with it just being a VF, I thought, you know what, this is okay for me. Because here again, instead of paying $50 for a slab, I can spend roughly $30. Actually, it's about $35.
Yeah, we're tipping it in.
Yeah, same as this right here. Now, there's one that's a nice one there. I think they might have gotten the grade wrong. I think it's better than an AU 55, but that's my opinion. I don't think they took into consideration that the metal flow on the high parts would have been taken away because of the clip.
Okay.
But that's just my opinion, guys. Now, my opinion is worth about as much as anybody else's.
Well, no, Robert, I pretty much agree with you. PCGS is top of the line. I mean, there's no question, and they bring the best premium. I own PCGS, NGC, and Annex. I agree with you as far as PCGS, but I think NGC is really close. I think they grade a hair higher than PCGS, and that's why they're a hair lower in the retail market. That's my opinion. But as far as hair is concerned, or anything less than $300-400, I go with Annex because they're the oldest grading company out there, actually.
I know they are.
And I know you
Right up
do.
the road for me, and I used to go up there to the actual shop and visit them about once a month.
Wow.
So PCGS is more sought after just because they're more picky on their grades. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's part of it, and they just have built a great reputation as far as the auction houses and all that.
Okay.
PCGS is just, I mean, they're like Harleys. I mean, they've got a great reputation. I like that. I like Somalian coins anyway. That's cool. But as far as NGC, I think they're right up there with them, and they're gaining, and I think eventually they'll almost equal PCGS. But on the other hand, I think if you can get a 66 in PCGS, you stand a better chance of getting a 66 plus from NGC. Just my opinion. I don't know. In fact, I know less than anybody, but from what I've had graded and what I've bought graded, that seems to be the general rule. But as far as varieties and errors, Annex, I don't think they can be beat for the price. But that, again, that's my opinion.
Yeah. I see the Somalian coins. Do you have any in your own personal collection that I love, which I can't afford right now, but the 1500 Transylvania coins?
I personally do not collect foreign. I think there's some that are very beautiful. The only foreign I normally collect are Filipino, for obvious reasons.
Right.
Yeah.
And actually, if I can find it here, I said it somewhere. I probably threw it in a box and I don't know where it's at right now. But I picked up a 1904. I thought I kept it out so I could show you guys, but it's a 1904 USPI 20 cent piece or 20 centavos that I think, might be approved. However, it's circulated via an impaired proof. I guess see if I can find it.
Other than the mirror finishes on like foreign coins, things like that, are there certain mints that automatically tell you in certain countries that it's automatically a foreign, like a proof coin like it does for American coins? Or is it something you have to research more into?
I would have to research. I know some of them you can. But what you just said is correct. I would have to do the research on them because like with the Filipino, I don't know that you can tell what the difference is. I think you're mainly looking at condition, strike, things of that nature. But I'm not certain that you can that there was a design variation from the proof to the business strikes. I just honestly don't know without doing more research, but I don't believe there is a difference. But I can't swear to that.
Right.
And I have a pretty extensive foreign collection myself because I like foreign. Flora actually got me into the Filipino coins, and I have quite a few of them, and I like another one.
Sorry, didn't mean to laugh at you. If you only seen the Filipino, I've got all of them.
I can imagine, Robert. I can't imagine actually, but I've bought several from you and Flora, and they've gone into my foreign book, which it's pretty extensive.
So I was going to ask Mr. Alden. So since you like foreign so much, do you have a favorite country that you try to grab more from than others, or you kind of like it all equal?
Well, I'm kind of like Robert. I like the Filipino coins, and the there's another one, New Zealand. I like the New Zealand coins a lot. I like Canadians.
20 centavos. Oh, that's pretty.
That is cool, Robert.
What year is that?
Well, I'll show you here in a second, but look at the beads around the edge of it, if I can hold it steady.
Is that's
it,
not one of those quarantine coins, is it?
What do you mean?
I know in the Philippines they had quarantine coins that were.
Oh, no, this is not. I've got one of those, but this
Oh, do you? Okay, I'm familiar with them. I don't have one, but I'm familiar with them. Oh, that's cool. And that's one of the ones made here. Yeah, I knew they made some in the U.S. Filipino coin. Yeah, that's a rare one right there.
I don't know if that's the proof or not. I may get it. I may send it in to find out.
Yeah, that would be, to me, that would be worth sending in, Robert. That's a nice coin.
Oh, 1904. Wow.
So, but now with the Filipino, if anybody knows anything about them, you also have to take and get into a little bit of Spain, because this here goes with it. This is Alfonso. He took and during his reign, that's when Spain took and was in control of the Filipino.
Oh.
Either my voice, something went wrong.
No, I heard you.
Oh.
I was answering a text message. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Wow, that's Filipino, right?
Well, this could have been circulated in the Philippines because it's got Alfonso.
Oh, but it's a Spanish coin. Wow. See,
I sold on eBay for 28 when I bought this. I don't even remember when I bought it, but I bought it because this is the time frame that like I say, that Spain was in control of the Philippines. So
right.
I also get those as well.
Huh. I've never seen one of them before. That's new to me.
That's Alfonso as a kid, as a baby.
Right.
You can get those in three different stages of his life.
That's cool. I learned something new again. I didn't know that.
Oh, that's not a problem.
That's a cool thing, though.
Maniac says he likes the Eisenhower dollars, right?
Yes, I do.
There's your one. Now that was an Eisenhower dollar.
I'll be right back, guys.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to disagree. What the heck is that?
That is struck on an Eisenhower dollar.
That is struck on an Eisenhower dollar.
I hit the wrong.
Wow. Oh, that's... Wow.
I just thought you'd find it interesting. I didn't know if you was around when I showed it earlier.
Yeah, I do find that interesting because it's my first and second coin. I'll roll it in one.
There you go. That's a
Favorite
fact.
coin, that is.
PNC Floyd, I love the silver Filipinos myself. One of these days I'll get my 06S out and I'll show you guys it, because that's the 1906S Filipino peso. Take me off of the main screen, please.
He said he'd be right back.
Oh, okay. But the 1906S Filipino peso, I called it the 1804 Morgan dollar of America. That's a similar issue with the 06S peso. And what happened is they minted a lot of them, but in the 06, 07, silver jumped so much they took and they pulled back all the 06Ss because silver went up so much, and they supposed to have melted them all. And if you know, after 06, all the pesos are smaller. So the large 06, most of them were supposed to be melted, but some got out, and there's not a whole lot of them, but that's the key to their series.
Rita, I thought the 66 Bermuda Crown was 80% silver. I could be wrong, but that's what I thought it was.
Now you guys are talking about something I don't know nothing about.
I don't either. Let me go back to the YouTube side for a second. I haven't been watching chat at all. That's why Lincoln runs it.
Hey, Alden,
Yes.
those three dots on the top right, you click on it and it says pop out chat. Hit the pop out chat. Then when you go to your StreamYard side, you can open it up and you can watch the chat and stay on StreamYard. That's what I do.
Okay. Hit the three dots again.
all you gotta do is click on the three dots,
Right.
and
I
it'll
did that, and I popped out chat. Now what do I do?
go back to StreamYards.
Right.
Now you'll have to take, and on the bottom where your browser is, you'll have two different screens. One of them's your pop out. You can click on it and bring it back up there.
I don't see that.
I thought it'd be on the streamer that's on the side where it says live comments.
I know it's on the other side. You can do the pop out chat, then it opens the whole independent window.
Oh,
For
I
me.
see private chat and brand. I don't see it.
Where it says top chat, go to the other side, those three dots, and it has pop out chat.
I don't see pop chat.
No, you got it's where the three dots are in line with where it says top chat or live chat on the right side instead of the left.
Okay.
Yeah, the right side of the.
Wait,
right
remember,
side.
I'm working with a Mac, so it may be different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I haven't figured out how to do that. There's all right. There's that. I'm back to. Well, I'm actually in top chat. All right. I got my pop out chat up. Hit the three dots over here and hit what?
Pop out chat.
Yeah, I did that. Now I'm
and then go back to StreamYards.
okay. I did that. I'm back at StreamYards, but I don't see the pop out. I see it in my upper bar, but I don't see it nowhere else.
Well, click on it and see what it does.
Okay, now it just brings up the live chat.
There you go.
Can you have the live chat open? It's not in an independent window.
Yeah, it's in an independent window.
Okay, well then you should be able to take and minimize it to the right size. Stay on StreamYard, and you got your pop out chat right there.
Hi, Anthony Goodley.
I'm looking. Now it says manage monitors, moderators, participants, toggle timestamps, and feedback. It's not giving me that option. This is
Might be
new
different
chat.
on your. Might be different on your Mac.
I don't know.
I don't deal with a Mac. I have a PC.
That's
Robert's going to walk us through it.
I've been trying to do this before, and I've never been able to be walked through it because it's just,
right here's my pop out chat. Here, I'll tell you what. You need to close it off. Okay, I'm on YouTube right here. Hold on a second. Okay.
hang on a minute. Let me give you the screen. Let me go back to StreamYard real quick.
Robert, real quick. Rita Doyle is trying to get a hold of you about a 1950 nickel in chat, sir.
Okay, I'll check that in just a second. Okay. See where my mouse is right here?
Uh-huh.
Pop out chat. That brings it over to here.
Oh.
Now I just take and go over here to StreamYard. And then down here, see how I got the two screens? I can click that one. It brings up the chat right there, and then I just move it over here. And then I can size this window. And now I'm on the screen in the StreamYard. And I've got the live chat right here.
Okay. Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can do that. Let me go to live chat.
Okay.
Pop out chat. That's pop out chat. Now, go back to StreamYard. See, it don't give me that in my three dots. It don't give me that. Let me show you my screen. Hang on a minute. I'll have to change cameras, but hang on a minute, Robert.
Okay.
Let me change cameras real quick.
I've got a 1950 nickel change recently on the reverse D uncut, and that's not a warm here. Rita Doyle, I'd have to see that.
Yeah, because I've never seen one like that before either. I was reading that multiple times. I'd
Okay.
almost.
Now you got a Mac?
Yeah, I got a Mac.
Oh boy. Okay,
I
I
know.
see that.
Hang on a minute. All right, now there's my pop out chat, right?
You have a glare on your screen, sir. because of your.
That isn't it. Hang on a minute.
That's
All
great.
right, there's my pop-out chat. Okay.
Hold on. Okay, listen. Close that out.
Okay.
Now go. There you go. Now go. When you take and over in your three dots, click on it again.
Okay. On YouTube on side or StreamYard side?
No, the three dots on the right side of the chat.
The screen you're on now, sir.
Okay, right there.
Yes. What's it say?
It says manage moderators, participant, and pop-out chat right there.
And when you click that, you get a whole new. It goes into a tab.
It gives me a whole page of pop-out chat. There I go.
Okay, now do me a favor. Right click in that tab or in that screen right there. No, just in the screen right there. Go to the center of it. Right
Oh.
click. Can you open in a new? What's your options there?
It's just save as, reload, cast, send to Alden's iPhone. That. If I go to wait a minute.
Do you have a minimize?
Okay, put user in timeout, add moderator, go to channel.
That you clicked on somebody's name. Don't do that.
Oh, all right. Now I have to click up here to get that.
See
And
what that says.
that's not it. And that's not it.
There's no place where you can open it in a new window.
Not
Nope.
that I'm seeing. Not on
Nope.
his Mac. No.
Well, throw it away and get you a regular PC.
That kind of screwed up. Anyway, let me switch cameras back.
Yeah, can't help you there, Alden.
All right. Maybe somebody that owns a Mac knows how to do it. I know there's a way of doing it.
Anybody in chat that owns a Mac?
Oh, I know there's a way to do it. Let me get the camera off me. There we go. Hmm.
So Alden, if you don't mind me asking, why were you out of work for a month, sir?
I had my appendix exploded and I had emergency surgery and I've been out for a month.
Oh, okay.
But I'm fine now, so.
Lincoln says he has a MacBook Air.
Yeah, I know. He has one exactly like mine. But I don't know if he knows how to pop it out either because I don't. And he learned some from me, mostly from somebody else. Hey, Melissa, where'd you go, girl?
She said, while you guys were working on that, she said in private chat that she said, I'll be back.
Oh, okay.
Probably had to let the doggies out and give them a walk or something.
Yeah, Melissa stays busy. She's a great girl. I love
That's
her to death.
Anthony, that's a good idea. Really, you should post some pictures on CoinOps Facebook group for that 1950 nickel. That way Robert could take a look at it.
One of my admins will, sorry to say, I am not on Facebook that much anymore, guys.
I'm not on Facebook at all, Robert.
Well, I sort of kind of avoid it myself, just because.
Yeah, I just don't do Facebook. I did for years, but I've been off it for about 4 years. It's just too much drama, too much BS, if you know what I mean.
Well, when I went and got my new phone, this phone's only a week old. I went back to this phone.
Oh, Lord.
There you go, flips.
Yeah, I like my iPhone awful good. I can't say I don't.
I look at it this way. I have tablets, computers, and everything else. I don't need a handheld computer in my pocket
Well,
all
I've
the
got
time.
tablets, 2 computers, and iPhone, 2 iPhones actually, and a Droid.
It's just me. I just decided to go and mainly because I don't like texting. To me, there's a reason it's called a phone. It's for a phone call, not a text machine. But that's just my personal, and that's mainly because I have teenagers.
But I will I will say this: anybody that is on Facebook, check out Robert's Facebook channel. Check out Lincoln Central Coins. He's got a great Ike page. When everybody tells me, excuse me.
Okay, somebody give me an idea of the designation of that nickel. It's an 1867.
Hang on a minute. All right, let's take a look. Whoa, that's definitely a double die.
Maybe triple. Look at the zero in the
Yeah, I was just looking at that. That's wow. Yeah, you got it above and below and in the middle. And look at that. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
Nothing on the date.
Shield nickel. Wow. Ooh. Have you had that sent off?
Yes.
Okay.
Here's the problem, though, Alden.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Let me pull this out as far as I can.
The Shield no rays. DDO.
There's no designation because when they got it back,
Yeah.
they said it's not in any of their catalogs.
Is that a new discovery?
Yeah.
Cool.
Apparently,
That's
nobody else has got any reference to it. I mean, ANAX never got a reference to it, so you tell me.
sounds like a new discovery to me because that's at least a double die, if not a triple die. It looks more like a triple die, Robert. I mean, you know more about errors and varieties than I do, but I mean, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, well, like I say, looking at the ring in the center there.
That's what I'm saying. That looks like a triple die because you got that ring on the upper part of it. Then you got the bottom ring on the inside and the outside. And then you got your main ring in the middle. That
Yep.
looks like a triple die. I mean, a triple double die. Yeah.
Well, it'd be triple die.
Triple strike. That's the word I'm looking for is triple strike.
No, they're not struck. It's in the die. It would be a triple die.
Oh, it's in the die. Okay.
Anytime when you get the difference between a double die and a double strike.
I'm learning something new.
Okay. Well, the problem is I got to find a double strike, and I don't think I have any handy. But I can show you this here and make it work. This
Okay.
here, even though this is an off center, okay, this would be the same process. Let's say that this had on this part here, it was struck. And
Right.
then it was struck over it. That's double struck. That's usually
Oh, okay.
when you have
My
double
say-
die like this, it's in the actual die, the hubbing process.
So that would be a triple die.
Yeah, this had to be hubbed 2 additional times.
And look at the window, the lines on the shield on the left side, on my left side. That almost looks triple. Right there on the upper left-hand corner.
Uh-huh.
You see that shadow?
Right. Well, I don't know that it's a shadow, but yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it looks like a shadow on my camera, but I mean on my screen. But that's another.
yeah,
I think it's a triple die.
I
mean,
almost want to
my
say
opinion.
triple. I want to agree. I want to go with triple on this one, guys.
Problem is, though, I don't see it in any of the leaves.
I see
I
it in the
don't
leaf
either.
right there. I see it in the leaf right there.
I
Above
see a
the,
double, but
well, no, I see another little, like a little on my screen. I see like in the doubling, like between the two lines, I see like another little third little. Ooh, it's very faint right there at the top corner, but
I don't know.
Now, that leaf right here, hold on, let me see if I can find a pointer. It's going to be a big pointer, but right there, that right there one looks like there's 3 points to it.
Yeah, it does. Because you got the upper and the lower.
and
Right.
you get the one right there in the middle.
Yes.
I think it's a triple die. My opinion, and I think it would be a new discovery, Robert.
Well, it has to be because ANAX don't have any record of it. They took in,
And they're the best variety in error.
they would be the ones that I would think that John would have reference to it.
Me too.
So how does that work if you know you found something new? How do you send that in for it to be confirmed if it is a new discovery on a coin?
Here's the sad part. I'm not certain who is doing this type coins because most of the people I know, like John Wexler, James Wiles, things of that nature, they're doing all the more modern series. They don't go back and do these types. These were done like Greener and play people like that. Rita Doyle, Wexler, I bet does not mess with this. This would be green or, and I don't even know all the names. Maybe, just maybe, Rick Snow would take him to it, or I guess I could get in contact with Ken Potter. I know him very well.
Would your friend Robert? Would your friend Daniel from Coin help you know of anybody that might be able to help you with
I would
discovery?
argue and say I probably know a little bit more than he does as far as who to contact on that.
Yeah, when it comes to varieties and errors, yeah.
I was gonna say I'm not trying to take away from Daniel. He knows a lot about varieties and such. However,
Yeah, but Robbie, you've done it all your life.
right. I mean, I know all the players. It's just the problem is most of those players that did these, believe it or not, they retired and went on doing other stuff now.
Right.
Ah.
So this one here, I just don't know, to be honest. And no, I don't want the job. I've been asked to.
But come on, Robert, we need someone in the game.
Too much work. I ain't got enough time to do what I got to do now.
That's it. Robert's a busy man. I'll give you that. Guys, it's it's about time to end this because I've got to work tomorrow. Ha ha.
Ah,
Ah ha ha ha. I got
Well,
to take a shower and probably wake my butt up, but I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream.
get me off of mainstream, please.
No, I'll do it, Robert. There you go. I thank everybody for being here, all my guests.
Well, thank you
and
for having us.
everybody in chat. And Robert, always an honor having you here. Melissa, I'm sorry that you disappeared and didn't come back, but you're always welcome as well. Money, good having you on here.
Thank you, sir. I
Good
appreciate
seeing
the
you
invite.
again. Rita Doyle, I've hooked up with you, so that's cool.
Oh, Melissa's back.
That's okay, Melissa. We understand.
Yeah, she's at her grandma's. She's probably catting it.
Robert, anything you want to highlight for your next auction before we go?
We'll have coins.
We'll have coins and plenty of them. And your famous words?
Hey, everybody. Happy hunting until then.
There you go. Mine is Godspeed, God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye, guys. Hang around, Robert, for a minute.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Hey, Robert.
Yeah.
I just hang on a minute.